Hey, welcome in. Hey everyone, hey. My 4th was pretty good. I feel like it went by really fast. Where I live, we have a lake and a pool, and they were shooting off fireworks down there, so that was nice to spend time with my family. My husband's working, so it was just me, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew, but it was nice spending time with them. You know, I don't really talk about politics over here, but it was a very weird 4th of July just because of the climate of everything that's going on right now. Celebrating wasn't necessarily a priority for me, but at the same time, I just viewed it as time spent with my family, and I enjoyed myself, but I had to come home, shower, eat a little something. That's why I'm getting on so late. But it was nice. I mean, overall, it was nice. Thank you for asking. Hey, lovely. Thank you for the donation. You said you went to the beach with your friends and you felt like time was moving super fast, right? So yeah, lovely. That's how I felt. I really felt like my whole day just disappeared. And you know, like I woke up late, because I typically do, because I always work so late into the night. So I sleep until like, 3. Sometimes earlier, sometimes later, just depending on how I'm feeling. And so I just felt like as soon as I got there, it just was like nighttime, and all of a sudden, like, where's the time gone? I don't know. It just went by really fast. Thank you, Amy. I got your donation too. Oh no, that's right, lovely. You said you were heading to the beach today. I forgot you told me that. How was your 4th? Yeah, Amy, it's really nice living in the neighborhood that we're living in now. We have an HOA due every year. It's like pretty pricey in order to maintain this kind of lifestyle, but we enjoy ourselves here. It's really nice in the summer because it kind of feels like you live at the beach. All right, this is for Amy. Has Elias thought of me since our text combo? Has Elias thought of Amy since the text combo? I'm getting a no, Amy. 5 of Swords. All right, Anna. Anna, I'm getting a no, the Hermit. You're welcome. Shavina. Shavina, I just saw the Hangman try to come out of the deck, so maybe so. Let's see. Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I would say so. Can sometimes mean that a lot of things are up in the air for you right now, and so maybe you feel stagnant because some things you're wanting or seeing happen hasn't quite come through yet, and then maybe you're still trying to clear past energy, so you can kind of feel like in this in-between place. All right, this is for Raina. All right, that is a yes. Two of Wands for Raina. My sound is going in and out. Are we still having issues with sound? Manisha, no. I'm getting a no. The Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles. Gabriella. Gabriella, yes. Seven of Wands. All right, this is for Daisha. It goes up and down. My sound goes up and down. Like as in you can hear me, but the volume sounds like it's going up and then going down, or am I going in and out, meaning you can't hear me and then you can? You're welcome, Gabriella. Daisha. Daisha. Yes, Page of Wands. Oh, okay. All right, so it's happening for both of you. When is it still happening? Brittany, I don't do third-party questions. I don't ask questions about people who are in relationships. Huh, okay. I don't know what to do about that because can't like refresh my live stream. If I do, it'll probably knock me out of here. Hey, lovely, welcome back in. Yeah, the only sound settings I have is just muting myself. Okay, that's weird. That was a green screen. Yeah, I'm trying to like click through all my settings to see if there's anything I can do here. Hold on. Oh, you're looking at my ceiling. Let me know if it's still happening. If I stay out of the live stream for too long, it will like log me out. So I don't want any issues there. Let me get back to the free questions. Hold on. All right, so you cannot hear me? Dorella, hey, welcome. All right, I'm gonna turn off the background music for a second and see if maybe that's easier to hear me in some way. It usually doesn't, but okay. Yeah, sweeter. I'm not sure what you mean by both apps. I'm confused. Do you mean like streaming from multiple apps or something? Okay. All right. All right. Well, we spent time doing technical things, which kind of cut into our free list time a little bit, but I'll pull a couple more cards. All right, so this is gonna be for Brittany. Will I be pregnant within 2 years? This is a no for me, Brittany, 9 of Wands. Will I get the heart to heart with Rashad? That's a yes for me. Mangina, yes. Page of Wands. Give me 1 second, guys. So sorry, hold on. Come on. Come on, guys. Leonard, come here. Come on. Come on, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to get them in their room for a little bit because I feel like they were just trying to get into trouble. All right. This is for Jarella. When will Tony be reaching out? Oh, I don't answer timing questions for free. Shayla, is Crush Cantha single? It looks like a yes for me, Shayla. KK, will Chris come back to reconcile? Yes. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups. Oh, YouTube and TikTok? No, I don't think I've streamed. Yeah, I don't think I've streamed from. Yeah, well, I guess that's a lie because on YouTube I did stream and tell people on YouTube I'm on TikTok. I did that a couple weeks ago, but I wasn't like streaming from both platforms. Let's see. All right, this is for Prachi. It looks like a yes for me. The Lovers and the King of Swords. We're gonna do Dorella. Will Tony be reaching out? The World. Hierophant, that's a yes for me. Do I have a future with my husband? No. 9 of Swords. You're welcome. All right, guys. Free list is closed. No more questions. You're welcome, Dorella. Our free list extended a little far because I was having some technical difficulties, but we do have a lot of people waiting for donations, so I have to get over to the donation list. All right. All right, donations are as follows. Lovely is a pre-order, so Lovely cannot be skipped. Oh, that sent a little prematurely. Went to delete. Boom, pre-order. Let's see. Amy was also a pre-order, so Amy cannot be skipped. That is a benefit of donating before I go live, guys, is that if someone pays to jump the list, that they cannot be skipped, okay? All right, so Lovely, Amy. I got another donation. Someone who's donated before, but I'm trying to remember what their YouTube name is. If it's the same or not. You're welcome, everyone. Sorry to those who missed the free list. Ah! IJ, you're funny. Okay, that sounds great, IJ. Okay, so IJ, we just have you down for a channeled message. Is that correct? Oh, sweeter. Okay, that was you. Because I haven't seen you in a minute, and I haven't had a donation from you, and I was like, I recognize this name. I know this was someone I've had before. I just can't remember if the username is the same. That's funny. Okay. Got it. All right. Lovely, Amy, sweeter, IJ. That's the order tonight. All right, IJ. Well, you sleep tight. I will still call on you when it's your turn in case you happen to still be in here. But regardless, you're going to get a copy of your reading either way, okay? Lovely said, my usual. Okay. Sounds good. Let me grab my iPad. Yeah, I think I want to grab, this is like really random, but I'm kind of feeling called to grab some charms for your channeling, so we shall see. Just in case anything inspires me during your reading. Some charmies. I'm curious because today I posted about something I accomplished, and later he posted about something he accomplished. Oh my god. That is so funny. What is he doing? That is funny. Not losing credentials on YouTube. Sound is going in and out again. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can try to refresh again, but I risk YouTube knocking me out of this live stream. So if it's really bad for a long time, like it was earlier, definitely let me know. But if it's not, if it's like a quick thing, I'd rather not risk leaving the live stream. Oh, guess I'm supposed to take that card. It's quick. Okay, cool. Yeah, if it gets really bad, then I'll switch it out. when the phone drops down. So the actually I can show you. Hold on. So I don't know if you guys can see, but the phone is attached to like this, and it like goes up and around. And so whenever the table moves, the phone also shakes, which is kind of frustrating. Um, but I don't know how that would affect the sound. So I'm confused about that part, but we'll figure it out, guys. This is the first time this has happened. I know the sound was messing up one night because it was thunderstorming, and our internet kept like it kept like knocking me out on my live stream. So, but this is the first time this has happened, just like on a normal day. I am still trying to go live from my phone, but I hope I don't keep having these kinds of issues. I've been posting more freely lately, so it's giving observation vibes. Yeah, definitely. Wow, that's crazy. And thing about was it a story that you posted? Because that's another thing you can see, you know, when they see it. So like it's almost like double confirmation. Almost done. After this, we have Amy, and then we'll just keep moving down the list. I don't think any other donations have come in yet, but they're still open. Oh, you're answering someone's question. Okay. All right, lovely. All right, so he says, if I ever get to the point of commitment, I want it to be with you. I feel like I'm holding out for you. What we shared was short lived, and while beautiful like cherry blossoms, it didn't last long. It's my biggest regret interrupting the potential that was right at our fingertips. No one made me excited for the future like you did, and I feel like we shared good times. You're funny, you have this way about you that makes me shake my head in a good way. You surprised me too because I never got tired of talking to you. I wasn't ever bored and I liked that. I like your spice and sass too, the good kind of attitude. If I get a next time, I'll wear my heart on my sleeve more and show you more of my heart. You're welcome. So too. Yeah, Amy, because okay, so well, so Lovely gets readings a lot, like channeled readings a lot for me, and we do them a couple of times a week. So I wanted to like add a little variety into it and see if there's any other like channeling I can get inspiration from. So I just decided randomly to pull it out. They were calling to me. Aw. All right, so with me. I hope you have a good night. If you're hanging with us, that's cool too. All right, Amy. So you are next list, and let's update the donation list really quickly for everyone so we know where we are. Bada bing, bada boom. Are we doing okay still? This arm? This arm? My right arm or my left arm? Amy says, for me, I have yes, no, mini message and in message cards. So I know this is random. Pro English girly, welcome in. Oh, this one? This one? It's on my right arm. I have a little one on my left that comes out sometimes. It's like really faded. It's like if I'm in the sun, I can't even show you. If I'm in the sun, it was pretty dark. That's so funny. I hear like if you have that mark on your left or right arm, which thing. I also have this one like right there as well. It's smaller. Amy says yes, no first, then mini question after that. Okay. The sound is all right. I'm so sorry. Okay. Pro English girly, we are doing donations right now. Our free list is closed for the night. You said you've heard that too. I'll send you a picture tomorrow. Okay. That's so funny. Matching birthmarks. I've had one on my leg when I was little. Like, it was really, really noticeable, and it's kind of gone away. I don't know if it's still around or if it'll ever come back, but I used to have one on my leg too. At this point, it's very, very faded or non-existent. That is so funny. Okay, so Amy says, context Sal Elias post a snap story of him riding his bike and someone backpacking him. Is the person backpacking him the person he's talking to? Does that mean when someone's riding on the bike with you? Is that what that means? Have a good night, lovely. So nice to see you. Oh, okay. Well, you're teaching me something new. I had no idea. Okay. Let's see. Is this the person he's talking to? The one that Amy knows about? Ooh. That's looking like a yes to me, friend. All three yeses. Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. It's actually interesting in this picture specifically how like her legs are wrapped around the drum, because like isn't when someone is sitting behind you, they kind of sometimes will have like their legs wrapped around your body. So that almost kind of reminds me of that a little bit. You kind of hold onto the person in the front of you like a backpack. Yeah. Okay. Did you need a second to think of your mini question, or do you know what you're going to ask? Okay. Ugh. I'm sorry, Amy, if that Alright, since everything that's happened between me and Elias, Virgo, how does he truly how does he truly view me and think towards me now? You know, Amy, I don't know why it's never clicked with me because you have told me that he's a Virgo before. And I never really like thought too much into it, but I am not a fan of Virgo men. Not in terms of relationships, maybe friendships. And I'm biased because of that, because of experiences. I've never dated a Virgo man specifically because I just did not want to get involved with someone like that. Your ex was a Virgo. I mean, maybe you have different experiences than I did /do/will. My biological father is a Virgo, and that is a really bad situation. And just like some Virgo men I have known, I personally, here's what I will say. If my sister or my friend was like, hey, can you hook me up with someone? Like, do you know anyone? 100% would not be a Virgo man. They can have Virgo placements. That's fine. A Virgo moon, sure. But a Virgo stellium, a Virgo sun, no. No way. No way. They can be sweet when they're healed. Yeah, that's like the thing. They've got to be super freaking healed. That's the problem. New partner is a Virgo man. He's the most respectful person you've seen. Well, that's good for her. I'm happy for her. Yeah, I think I might just avoid Virgo men. Might be a good thing. I think you should find someone with fire in their chart. Heavy fire, okay? Like, there is something to be said about fire and air going well together. But save the Virgos for the earth signs, in my opinion. They can work that shit out. They gotta be super healed, like Sweeter is saying. And you know what, Amy? Sweeter's cracking me up. I don't know why I never really thought about this before. I guess I was just looking at him energy with you, but like it's kind of dawning on me how I'm like, why haven't I connected these dots before? And honestly, I don't even think the earth signs want Virgo. I don't even think Virgos want Virgo men. Like, I don't think Virgo women want Virgo men. I don't think the water signs want Virgos. But at the same time, I think, like Sweeter said, super healed. If they're super healed, Virgo men, maybe it'll work. Maybe. But it's just not my jam. Sounds good. So that's good. That makes me happy. Okay, I just wanted to know between me and Elias, how does he truly view me and think towards me now? So we have the Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords. This card talks about kind of packing it up. I think you can see her with a suitcase moving forward. So his thoughts are kind of like, I think that he thinks you guys are squared away. Like, I think he thinks you squashed whatever thing is going on between the two of you. He thinks you're all good. He feels good about the fact that you guys are not in limbo. So he definitely feels like closure, I guess you can say, on this. And he feels like, okay, no more awkwardness. Like, let bygones be bygones and let's just move forward. And so that's his perspective. I think that he feels like you handle things really freaking well. I think that he kind of misjudged you a little bit. I think that because of kind of how things initially went down between the two of you, he viewed you as someone kind of intense and then he realized as time went on getting that reciprocation from him that you were just kind of like, okay, well, if you're not down, then I'm not down, and I'm just going to pull back. And so he's kind of like thinking to himself, wow, she's actually like a really chill girl. Now, I do think, what happened and how strong things happened and whatever kind of skews him a little bit. But I think he's pleasantly surprised that initially he misjudged the situation and now he feels like the air, like you guys have cleared the air. He feels like you handle things really well. The Seven of Wands. I do think that there's some kind of like, um, what's the word when like if alcohol goes into a cut or a sting. Yeah, okay. So thank you, Spirit. So there's a little bit of a sting. I still think that he feels that you feel a little bit of a sting because like it never feels good to be in the position that you're in right now, especially when you thought maybe potentially something could be happening. So I wouldn't say he flat out feels like he rejected you, but I would say that he feels like this is what's best for him right now, and that he was really trying hard to not give you mixed messages, even though his character is to flirt and to have fun, and sometimes that can be confusing. But at the end of the day, while he's still assuming himself, maybe that stung a little bit. Um, I still think that she took things on the chin, if that's the right expression. She took things well, and she just like moved along with grace. And the Four of Swords is the card that comes after the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is like heartbreak, pain, separation. Maybe he feels like you skipped that point. Maybe he doesn't feel like you're heartbroken about this, and you're. I don't think you are. I don't think that he feels like you're, you know, like when you date someone for years at a time and then you guys break up, that can feel like earth shattering. That could feel like everything's falling away. That can feel like Bella in Twilight when she went months and months without seeing Edward and she just feels like numb and depressed and everything reminds you of them. And then like that deep pain, that's Three of Swords, okay? So he feels like for you, from his perspective, he's viewing you as someone who's kind of just like, okay, it is what it is. Like, sucks, but I'm moving on. I think that he doesn't think that this, like, separation, this, like, we're going our own ways, has really affected you deeply. I think he thinks it might have a little bit, but I think he thinks you're fine. And I think that he feels, because Four of Swords talks about like peace, relaxation. I think he's feeling a little more relaxed himself, a little more at ease as well. Thinking and hoping that your questions are answered about the connection and that you both can just move on peacefully. We do have the Seven of Swords, so this can talk about like sneaky energy. Okay, so the Seven of Swords could mean that he's acknowledging his part in the fact that he was never really direct with you. He kind of like beat around the bush about things. Um, and that's being acknowledged. But I also have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which indicates to me that he's pulling away from this. And I think I think even though him and this other girl are not official, I think they are working towards that. I don't think he wants a relationship right now, but just calling it like I see it, Amy. I remember a long time ago I said, don't be surprised if he brings this girl to one of your guys' get-togethers or friend hangouts. I feel like you're gonna be seeing more of this girl around, and like it might be working towards something more official. Okay. Notice I get along with my fires. And as romance, I think Taurus men is best for me compared to Virgo men. Oh, gotcha. Um, having two faces, but them Virgos. Sweeter, I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. Um, Funny enough, I am a bit. That's not funny. If you're heartbroken, that's not funny. Your BPD really heightens it. You also feel like you squash whatever's happening between you two. Amy. See, this is why I said a while you can't fall. Like, I think moving forward, what you have to do with people is you have to judge, you have to invest in them. What they're investing in. Okay? If someone is texting you first and you're hearing from them every single day and they're consistent and they're showing up and they're asking you out and they want to spend time with you, okay? And they're showing that effort and they're showing that consistency, that would make sense that you would then start having feelings for that person. But when someone is giving you negative effort or bare minimum effort, not even bare minimum, like less than bare minimum, but you're allowing your BPD to maybe fuel that attraction to that person, but that person's not doing anything to deserve that feeling from you, that's where I think things get a little bit tricky. Because even with readings, we can speculate, but the thing that I want to stress, it taps into energy. Okay? So even if someone finds you attractive, even if someone thinks about you randomly, even if someone is thinking to themselves, could I see myself with, you got to think to yourself, only. That is not actions. And I think with BPD and also just people in general, you guys should not worry about how this person feels, because somehow someone feels doesn't mean they're going to act on it. I can feel like I want to eat an entire chocolate cake. Okay? I could be thinking about chocolate cake all damn day. Probably not. Okay? So I can think about something. I can want something. But it doesn't mean I'm going to act on it. And I think that's where, Amy, it's getting hard for you specifically, because you're not getting those matched actions. You're only tapping into feelings, and not everybody acts on their feelings. People can really, really, really want to go out of the country. Okay? They can say, I'd love to go to Italy. I would love to go to Italy. Doing all this research, looking things up, looking at hotel stays. But if they're not making a plan to go, if they're not getting a passport, if they're not saving money up, if they're not booking the flight, if they're not putting action towards that feeling of wanting to do that thing is not going to happen. Are you able to still hear everything I'm saying? Okay. Okay. You said you're trying so hard not to be an asshole and be petty. Y'all are young. Statistically, it may not last. The petty side of my brain. What do you want to be petty about? What do you mean? What do you want to be petty about? I guess I can at least take away from all of this. We did have a connection, but it just wasn't it. And was just pushing too hard because I wasn't controlling myself. I mean, if that helps you, then yeah, I think that you can walk away with that. If that helps you get closure, if that helps you move forward, yeah. Did you have a preference on which deck? 1, 2, or 3? Hidden Truth, Message of Love, My Channel deck. So, yeah, Amy, I think just for your own mental health, Hidden Truth, yes. Oh, a mix? Okay. I think for your own mental health, it will be really good if you do not give in to any feelings for anyone at all, period. Don't fantasize, don't think about them. Just literally, like, do nothing. Don't put yourself in that position literally at all. If someone is making the effort and it's consistent and you're noticing 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, this person's hitting you up, contacting you, constantly wanting to reach out, asking you out, like telling you, like giving you that verbal affirmation, okay? Then maybe about week 3 or 4, go, okay, inconsistent. This person has shown me through actions, not just words, that they are interested in me. I'm going to go ahead and give them a chance. I think you have, for your sake, for you specifically, it has to be actions, because otherwise it's going to be a whole mess. Yes, that's, your friend is so insightful. You need to tell her I said that, because that's so true. Correct, Amy. That is correct. Yeah, exactly. They're just, I did say that. I remember telling you, I think I said they're on the same wavelength, right? Like they're kind of each other's speed, okay? They are each other's speed, it seems. Oh, card fell on the floor. Oh my gosh, my cards keep falling on the floor. It's driving me crazy. Yes, Lauren, as Amy said, my free list is closed for the night. Yes, no readings are $5. It's very clear that there is regret here, Amy, from him. Okay, so he says, I have too much to lose. I think that might be a little bit about him and maybe even a little about this other girl, because he's saying, like, maybe he'd have to lose himself. Maybe he'd have to grow up faster in order to be with you. And then, you know, maybe he was worried about losing that other girl that he's investing feelings into. He says, it's time for me to heal now. I think this is his way of saying, I just think we should just let bygones be bygones, move forward, pack it up. Let's both heal and move forward. He says, I can't do this. He says, I know that I crossed the line with you, and I wish I had treated you better. So he is taking responsibility for his part. I do feel that way. I feel like he's saying that he maybe led you on, or he gave you mixed signals, and he was doing things with you, and when he saw you spent time with you, you know, I think he likes you, Amy, as a person too. I think that that's something we cannot forget, is that he never wanted to make this awkward. He never wanted to hurt you, okay? He says, this connection felt more physical to me than anything. So that's kind of reiterating what I had said, is that there weren't really feelings from there was just more like physical connection, like a physical attraction. Okay. He says, I need some distance. I gotta say, what does it look for a man and me treating me not very well and then regret it? Yeah, I think there was some guilt. I don't know if he's still feeling this way at all. I'm trying to pull one more card. I don't know if he's still feeling this way, like in terms of guilt. I think that he's happy that you guys cleared the air. Like I said, he feels a little bit more relaxed, a little bit. He was feeling a little on edge when it came to you. So I think maybe he thinks if he could go back and change it, he would have, and not made this so difficult, I guess you could say. And then the last card I have, I wish I knew where your head was at. So, I think that he's hoping that maybe the relief that he is feeling, he's hoping that you really are okay. You're acting okay, you're fine, but I think he's hoping that you really are. Like, if you say you're fine, if you say that you're good, if you guys ended things on a good note, he's hoping with this card that is what you're telling him is true, that you are okay also. Yeah, exactly. Sweeter, I've had these cards. Um, a couple of years. I actually made these 20 actually. These Hidden Truth before I moved into this house. I want to say these ones I bought after. Aw, I'm glad you like them. This video, it says add-on starting at $5, messages from your person that you can add on to any reading. $5 for 5 cards, 6 for 6, 7 for 7, so forth. And I've used them a couple of times. There's this guy named Cross over on TikTok, and he really likes these too, so he donates for these as well. As a group and just allowing all the messages to come out, because I think it's like 100 cards. I like mixing them up. I don't remember where I got them from. I'm trying to think. I think I got them from Amazon. But you're not, like, you've literally been down bad since yesterday after your call with Crystal. Next friend. Deadass, but I've been doing my best to sit with my feelings. Thank you, Luna. Luna, is it okay I could donate to ask about where I can meet my next person? Yeah, Amy, that's fine. Let me put you back in rotation though, okay? Because we just did 3 readings for you. I just want to make sure no one else is waiting too long. But yeah, we can definitely do that for sure. Etsy? Advertise on Etsy. Oh, Sweeter saying if you want to go ahead of her, she's fine with that. Maybe it was Etsy. I think it was, Sweeter. a wish list where people would gift me decks to use, and if they gifted me a deck, I would thank them with a free reading and use the deck that they got me for that. So I want to say a gifted deck. I believe so. And I haven't posted that in a long time. Just because I don't have any new decks on there. It's been a couple of years. The last gift deck that was gifted to me was from Eliana. And it was, I think, called like the Learner's Tarot. But it might have been on my gifted wish list, possibly. I can't remember if I bought it myself or not. You? Okay. Oh my god, I didn't realize it was 1 a.m. I gotta text my husband real quick because he's gonna try to call me. Mystic Moon's deck or Divine Time. I have not. Mystic Moon's deck. Donation for a mini reading came through, friend. So let me get to you in just a second. Mystic Moons. Is it Mystic Moon's Oracle? I have the Moonology deck. It was the first deck I ever got for myself back in 2019. And I use that for fertility readings whenever I do those. I do fertility readings when my cousin and I do collaborations. The Mystic Moon looks really nice. I have not seen that one before. I haven't looked up decks in a very long time. Divine Timing. I love working with Oracle decks. I feel like they have such a good energy. No, I haven't seen them. All right, is it okay? Actually, do I need to ask? Okay, so where you could meet your next person with the path you're on. I like this shift in question, Amy. I've got to say that's very healthy of you to start shifting your question. With the path she's on right now, where could she meet her next person? Ooh. Oh, thank you for the little that was. Interesting. Interesting. These are like the same cards as before. Where can she meet her next person? Ooh, the Empress. Well, girlfriend, your next person might be your love match. Mm-hmm. With the path that you're on. But you have to make sure that you're not, um, what is the word? Like, what am I trying to say? Don't put yourself in this situation again like you did with Elias. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't. Um, you're gonna want to make sure that you're weeding out the ones that aren't really going to be for you. They're not going to really like check your boxes, because I feel like with the path you're on, you're just like ready and open, and your heart is open to find your next person. But I don't want you wasting your time fantasizing about people that aren't giving the effort to you, okay? If you say, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you can make your next person your love match, is what it feels like to me. So I don't necessarily, when I say next love, I don't necessarily mean the next boy you have a crush on, okay? I mean the next person, the next man that comes into your life with solid, legitimate effort, okay? That could potentially be your person. Fantasizing potential, exactly. Do not do that. If for whatever reason you feel like you're starting to get to that point, but that person has not shown those actions that you are needing to feel like this is your match, you have to be willing to let that go and move on. Because the next person you enter a relationship with, that I think is your person. I think that is the love match. The reason I feel this way, okay? King of Swords, that is the ultimate match for you, the Libra. Okay? We also have the Empress. This is wife. This is I am wife. Okay? This person is viewing you as like wife, girlfriend, etc. Okay? And also, the Empress can speak to pregnancy, so potentially having a child with this person. So, where can you meet them? Where are you going to meet them? I feel like the one thing that's really standing out to me is the Ten of Wands, and that feels like travel. And if you look at the Empress's stomach, that is Earth, that is the world. So I feel like if you're meeting this person after moving somewhere, Amy, where is that move going to be? I think it happens after you move out of your parents' house. I think you meet this person when you're off living your own life, on your own, by yourself. You're not living at home anymore. I'm not trying to say rush your process, get the heck out of your parents' house so you can find a love match. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I think it happens when you are on your own. Maybe you have a roommate potentially, but I think you're living on your own. You're not with at home with family anymore. I also feel like during this time, if you could potentially even meet them, um, maybe while you're exploring something new, while you're doing something you've never done before. Okay? So, for instance, something that's kind of coming to mind right now is that I didn't have to leave my state, okay? Or anything like that, but with my husband, he lived like an hour away. That was a little bit of a distance. That can create kind of like that travel feeling of like this person kind of lives a little bit away from you, but not so far away that it's impossible to foster and maintain a relationship. To be better about is learning how to let things go. So funny enough, my great great uncle, whom I was staying with in Florida, was trying to see if I could meet this guy. So, yeah, so that's going to be the third interpretation of this, is that this person is someone you meet when you travel. But I think traveling or moving is a factor here. I just really feel that way. I would hope that if you find someone in Florida that you decide to don't want you having states, overstate, long distance with someone. But I think that might be potentially why I'm hearing move and travel. Because maybe you do meet them when they're at a distance from you, but you eventually move to be more localized with that person, closer in proximity with that person. Hearing, are we still having issues? Oh, he's close to you. He's not in Florida. He's in Rhode Island. Oh, my great uncle has homes and businesses in multiple states. And the first thing my uncle said was, "This guy makes bank." Oh, wow. But this guy my uncle was talking about is in Rhode Island. Okay, got it. So, Amy, I feel like whether it's that person that he's introducing you to or a similar situation, that's what it feels like to me, okay? It feels like you're moving. I don't feel like you're living with your parents anymore. I think that you could potentially meet this person out of town or doing something that you've never done before. Like, for example, I'm kind of seeing like mountains for some reason. Like, I went to the Blue Ridge Mountains and did a like yoga class. It was something I had never done before, and it's somewhere I had never been before, but it still was within my state, and I was still able to travel back home. That's kind of the same feeling that I'm getting, is kind of like an outing, something that you go and do that's not too far away from where you're currently at, and you meet this person, but it's doing, regardless of whatever it is, it's doing something new that you've never done before. It feels like going somewhere you've never been before, okay? That's so true. Oh my god. Sagittarius Venus. That would make sense. That I can meet someone related to me moving or moving out of my home or related to travel. That's very true. Because you know the Sag is the wanderer. Sag Venus likes adventure, travel. What house is your Sag? Thank you, Luna. That was another thing I talked about with her. Now that all this live should happen, I can start thinking about me again and actually think of taking risks. What's your rising sign, Amy? Oh, wait. You already told me. You already told me. All right. You know what's weird too? Because your fourth house has to do with, yes. And I figured that out because you're right. Because I worked backwards. So it's Sag, and then Scorpio, and then Libra, Virgo, Leo. So I just worked backwards. If you're, Well, wait a second. Hold on. If your rising is Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, that would be your Venus in Sag is in the 5th house. Actually, with a whole sign birth chart, it would be the 5th house. Sweeter says, you sound clear now. I think it's just when you move the phone moves. Oh no. Well, the phone's gonna be moving all the time. It's attached to the table. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, Sweeter. Well, you are next. So I've got you down for a mini. Let me know what your question is. Your moon is in Cancer. So that's the 12th house for you. Your moon in Cancer in the 12th house. Oh my gosh. Amy, I'm not an astrologer, but your moon being in Cancer in the 12th house rules illusion. Okay? And your moon rules your emotions. Moon is in your house of illusion. That means your emotions are in your house of illusion. My ear is ringing right now. That might contribute a little bit to your BPD. A little bit. 12th house is half in reality and half in your own world. Oh my gosh. I am shuffling for you, Sweeter. Oh my gosh, Amy. That's like I feel like that would be cliche dissociation, cliche personality issues if your moon is in the 12th house, because it speaks to everything that is illusion. It's detaching from reality. But the positive thing is you can outgrow your birth chart, okay? You can outgrow your birth chart. Being aware of this now means that it cannot control you if you don't let it control you, okay? But it does explain a little bit. Yep. And you zone out so easy. Well, we should pick up this conversation another time for sure. But I'm going to get over to reading. All right. I know you said you don't think baby will come on the 15th on her dad's birthday. She's due September. It's giving a day or two after, and I've been praying for that. Are you having a girl or a boy? Sweeter. Amy, that's crazy. That's actually so. Okay, are we back? Let me know if we're back, if you can see me. Yay! It didn't boot me out. I'm so happy. Perfection. Okay. You said, how do I think you will do in the month of September with baby? Let's tap into the energy. I'm so glad that when something like that happens, I can still talk to you guys in the chat so that way you're not like, what the heck is going on? I had it the phone plugged, but I didn't have the charger plugged into it, the wall, and so I think the charger just gave out. Yay! Alright, how do we think Sweeter will do in the month of September with the baby? Sweeter, I think September is going to be a mixed bag of emotions for you. I think that some days are going to be incredible. I think some days are going to be hard. I think you're going to have pockets of time where you wish you had someone to do this with and wished or hope or maybe hoping during the month of September that that will still happen. I do feel like there's going to be people that are there for you, Sweeter. We have the Six of Cups, so I do think that there's some, I'm kind of getting like a strong person in your life, like a family member or a friend that feels like family that's going to be there for you, and try to kind of be around a lot in September. I feel like the joy you feel is going to be counterbalanced with a little bit of sadness, if I can be honest. Because I feel like while everything is honestly a blessing, and I think you'll understand why it happened the way it did, even, you know, as time goes on, I still feel like there's going to be those moments where this isn't how you pictured it. And I think grieving that process. And I think you may even already be feeling that way during the duration of the pregnancy, but I think it's really going to hit you probably more so after the baby is here. I really do like to see the death and rebirth card here because that feels like giving birth. That feels like a shedding of an old self, the beginning of a new. This card actually literally feels like the baby moving through the birth canal, if that makes sense. I think you'll be tougher. I think you'll be stronger. But I think it's going to be in a softer way where you're still going to feel emotional. Okay? But the main thing in September is that you're just trying to exist and you're trying to get through life. You're trying to get through the day. So what I can say is that the pockets of joy is when you're spending time with your little one. And I think that you're going to be very grateful for the busyness. I think you're going to be grateful for the distraction where there's going to be less opportunity for you to feel the sadness. What my advice would be to try to, if you aren't already, which mentally preparing so that way you can be as present as possible, because you're not going to get this chance with your baby again. You know, this newborn stage, this brand new baby to this world, like you're not going to get that ever again. And so what I would love, mental preparation, that this is on you, this is something you're doing, but be present and take it all in as much as possible. You cry on and off, you're prepared once baby is here. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want dad there for the birth. I think that's better for you. I think that's better for your health, mental health and mental sanity. I think don't stop him from being there if he wants to be, but maybe not at the birth, right? Not at the birth. Afterwards, fine. Afterwards, great if he wants to be there. But I think reserved, the labor and delivery should be reserved for you and you alone. And because he has not been there throughout the pregnancy, he's not been present, then he can be treated as a visitor, is how I see it. And I'm sure that's how you see it too. He can visit afterwards. And if at that point he changes his mind, everything changes for him, he wants to be more present, great. I think that's amazing. And I think you guys will work that out. But I need mental preparedness from you that that may not be the case for him, and give you that. And so that's, I think, the tough part. So if you can mentally prepare for that in the beginning, then any extra help is a bonus. If there's any extra help offered, that's a bonus. If not, you are already prepared anyways. You don't want him to ruin the special moment. He doesn't deserve to be there. 100%. Something bad recently happened to me, and he told me he wasn't going to help me because haven't been speaking to him. That's a cop out, in my opinion. I think that's an ego play, to be honest, sweeter. If someone's doing that to you, that's an ego play. I'm so sorry. Because if you're a good person and you're a stand-up person and you really want to help and you really do care, it's not going to matter what history you guys have. That person will show up. I told him I was... Gosh. I'm so sorry. Okay. You know, it's making me feel like he just is wanting to keep things at a distance, to be honest. It feels like he's trying to keep you at a distance. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Oh, sweeter, I'm sorry about that. He's upset I told him I could always find someone else. Okay. Yeah, it seems almost, sweeter, it seems almost like he's kind of trying to protect himself in some way. I don't really know why, but it seems like he's trying to keep himself at a distance from you for now, because maybe he feels like your relationship is unpredictable and he's not really sure when to jump in, when to jump out. But it doesn't mean it's an excuse. Once, yeah. He changed so much. Damn, I'm sorry, girl. going on. I just really hope birth, the death and rebirth card I pulled is just like that transition period for you to kind of try to leave the nightmare, leave the struggle, leave the disappointment, and any other word or any other category you can apply, and basically say, this is about me now, this is about my baby too, and I just need to do what's best for us, and I just need to move forward. And I hope that it gives you the strength to be able to do that. Yeah, I forgot that they were friends. So, sweeter, that is what I have, friend. I think September is going to be a mix of emotions, but I think you're gonna find the blessings in your everyday moments. I think you're gonna find a lot of love that you never knew you had. I think you're gonna feel grateful for the distraction of the demand of your baby and feeling like you don't really have time to think about anything else. And I think you'll find that I'm right. I think you're gonna be like, you know what? I haven't even had time to really sit here and think about this, because it's always been like, what's next, what's next, what's next. And so the demand of your baby is going to help kind of, I think, mentally protect you for a little while. You know, I'm excited about my baby. That's my only focus. Thank you so much. We'll have to do another read. Yes, absolutely, anytime. Um, but we're all squared away for right now, sweeter. Are you good before I move on to the next person? You're definitely right. You be hitting it on the nail every time. Oh, well, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much for the feedback. And as always, I appreciate your support and contributions to this channel, and also my TikTok over there as well. I feel like every time you're in there, I'm like super busy. And if I'm not busy yet, then I do get busy eventually. So I really do appreciate it. Yes, I'm okay. I'll do another when you go back live. I can really stay up now. Okay, that sounds good. I'll be live. I pretty much worked every single day in June. I had 4 days off in June. So July is probably going to be very similar. We all appreciate you, so any help I can give you, I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you again. All right, the next person on my list is IJ. He might be the last person on my list as well. But I do have to run to the bathroom really quickly. So entertain yourselves. I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. And he says, damn Luna, thank you again for my read. You're welcome. I'm excited for when we can discuss more fun zodiac things. I know. I see, the thing is I'm confident in my understanding of a birth chart. I think more than anything, I just want to tackle degrees and aspects a little bit better. Because I'm great with understanding a planet. I'm great with understanding what house it's in, what that house represents, and looking at it as a whole. I know if I know your rising sign, I know every single house. So it's like there are a lot of things that I do know, but I think understanding the degrees, understanding aspects, understanding how the planets work together, okay, that kind of thing, I'm not super confident in. Once I get to that point, I will probably do more live streams where we talk about those kinds of aspects, because I think that would be fun. I feel like my knowledge with astrology is probably like 70%, and I would love to see it be more than that. Hey, honey. They've been in there for a while. Clearly, I didn't do the dishes today. I didn't have time.
No, it's fine. I was going to do their boxes
Tomorrow. Sweeter says, thank you. This was a great read. Usually I love to just sit in the live, vibe out, and be nosy. You're welcome. I'm happy to hear it. You're trying to understand more zodiac things too. You've been getting interested in Destiny Matrix. Destiny Matrix is a lot of fun. The reason why I kind of stopped learning about Destiny Matrix, it's like I know a good amount, obviously, but I kind of stopped because everything's in Russian. And I am having a hard time trying to translate the materials into English and understand them. So I feel almost like with the Destiny Matrix, I can only understand it to a certain extent. And it makes me want to go back to astrology because there's a lot more material on that and a lot easier to understand. So I think once Destiny Matrix crosses over into English and is like maybe easier to understand, more people are explaining it. A lot of the things that I learned is on YouTube. So once I start seeing people explaining it the right way over on YouTube, then I think I might pick it up again because it is a lot of fun. But I don't know Russian. You can see so many TikToks about it. Yeah. So Amy, you know, we could always do like a learn astrology together. Live streaming one day. That would be kind of fun. But when it comes to astrology, I learn whole sign, and I specifically like will just like learn things throughout my day or a week or whatever. So it's not like I sit down and study astrology. I just watch videos and I like learn throughout life. Like if I'm folding laundry, I might learn something. If I'm doing dishes, I might learn something. And then maybe a whole week goes by and I don't learn anything at all. And then I get back on that train. So I think the best thing is just learning a little bit at a time. And that's helpful. But anyways, okay. So my last reading of the night, the donations are still open if anybody else wants to donate. But if that's it, then that's gonna be it. Yes, definitely, Amy. I think TikToks are like a great way to learn and understand. For sure. I'll see you, Luna. I'm gonna head out and see if I'm gonna dye my hair. Okay. Have fun with that. So I pulled the for Eliana for Lovely, and I did her reading earlier. So actually, I'll just tell you all this via message. That would just make more sense because I don't know if you're gonna watch this or not. You might just read your letter, so I'll just send you a message. We're gonna do a last call for donations right now. So if anybody else is hanging out in here that wants to get a reading with me tonight, donations only, free list is closed. Make sure you get those in immediately. If you have any questions about this, let me know. All right, so I'm gonna read this out loud for you in case you do come here for your reading. Only because if there's anything that you can't read that I'm sending to you, I want you to know what it is. If there's like a word that I wrote that you can't really make out. So the message from her is, you know the expression you have the key to my heart? I kind of feel that way. But I think I have multiple ones and you're collecting them all. Like I have a key for the desire for someone supportive, a key for empathy, a key for care, a key for protection, so on and so forth. Kind of like a Pokemon, you're getting them one by one.